Hello everyone, it's Christopher here from the Southwest Shooters, and along with my friends at Crackshot at Sabre Close in Newton Abbot, we're looking at one of my favourite guns. It's been on the channel a few times before, but not this exact one. So this is an Arms S410. It's in 177. It comes with the scope, all the accessories that you'll need to obviously refill the gun and the magazine, etc, etc. And the gun itself, that's probably the most important point. And this is being advertised for £750. And it will also include the moderator, so I see. The gun is in overall good condition. It could do maybe with a polish on some of the metal work. And there are a few little knocks and scrapes on the gun where it's been maybe rested on a bench or there was a bipod added to it, but the gun is solid. I make no apologies for being quite a fan of Arms guns. They are one of the best manufacturers around for my money. And although people sometimes talk about the fact that they are a little bit old school in some of their design, that doesn't detract from how functionally they're absolutely amazing. And you're going to see that in a second. When it comes to using these guns, I used to be of the opinion that this bolt action was too old school. I was introduced to like the side lever cocking arm. The one on this gun is wonderfully smooth. An absolute joy to use as well. The gun has a safety on the trigger. That might not be ideal for some people, but whenever you know it's there, it's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with it. And really, I think the most important thing is just to see what the gun shoots like. For this demonstration, I'm only going to show you I only did it at 40 meters, but I'm very happy with the results. That was a bit of a spoiler alert there, I'm sorry. Let's look at me shooting this at 40 meters. This is in 177, and we can talk about it afterwards. Let's go. That's looking good. Just for fun, because I'm here, I am going to see what I can do on the target next to it. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because it's set up, but I'm going to use some hold, I'm going to use some hold under, so that I'm only using a mil dot as my reference point, essentially. At least that's how I think of it in my head. This could be technically wrong, but we're going to give it a try. So let's move over to the next one, and I'm going to use some hold over, and I'm only thinking about the grouping, not that it's not hitting the bullseye. Okay, that's very encouraging. There was a screamer in there, but it is what it is. That could have been me, could have been the pellet, I'm not sure, but this is grouping very nicely. This is a spectacular gun. I have never used one that has felt this tight. I'm not sure why anyone would want to get rid of this. Seems strange to me. It's so accurate. Like, but I've said that a lot about this particular gun, and I can see why it has a kind of cult following, because it's so good. Let's try that again. Going the other way. Oh, screamer. I think I'm running low on air now. Yes. Okay, that's pointless. I'm going to go and grab those so we can have a closer look. These are the two groups that I shot just a moment ago with the Arms S410, and I used JSB Exacts, heavies. And this is my 30 meter group. There's a 5-penny piece. You can see that, you know, the majority of pellets are covered by the 5-penny piece. There's maybe 2. Now, at 40 meters, we're only looking at this grouping here. The gun started to run out of air here, and I think these are ricochets. But look, there is the main group there at 40 meters. So 9 of the 10 pellets were wonderfully covered with a 5-penny piece. So for me, if we were to take it to a 10-pence piece, boom, they're all covered, and there we go, they're all covered. So I'm extremely happy with that. That's very, very good. There is a screamer in, when I say screamer, it's not that bad. It's slightly above the rest of the group, and that could have been due to some deformity in the pellet, or it could have been my shooting. I'm not sure. I'm not going to agonize over it too much. The point is, at 40 meters, which is the distance I was shooting at, I was able to get 9 out of 10 comfortably under a 5-penny piece. And they're small. And when people write to me and talk about the stuff on the comments, it would seem that you want to be able to do that to ensure the safe dispatching of quarry, which I totally understand. It also means that you are a gangster if you can constantly do that. I'm not claiming to be, but you get the idea. Let me just talk to you about sometimes it's really difficult to talk about things that I don't like about guns. And for what it's worth, like, I'm not an expert in anything, but I'm just a big fan of air rifles. It's exceptionally hard to think of how this gun could be improved. I could say stuff, and I regularly do say things to do with the shot count. The shot count isn't amazingly high. You're going to be able to get maybe 7 magazines worth of consistently grouping shots. That is not a massive amount, but it's not insurmountable. All you would do is refill it. That's not a big deal. So it's not the most modern gun that one might find in their collection by any stretch of the imagination, but it will be one of the most reliable, and it will be, I would imagine, one of the most accurate too. So again, I feel like I'm shortchanging you a little bit when I'm at least claiming to give an honest review on these things. I am. But it's getting increasingly difficult to critique these. They're wonderfully light. So if you lean back a bit, you're going to be able to shoot this fairly well freehand. You're going to be able to walk around with it and it not cause any problems because got such a high mass. It's a wonderfully engineered, reliable, accurate gun, and you can't really ask for much more than that. That's it. So I'd like to remind you that this gun is currently available from my friends at Crackshot in Newton Abbot for £750. It will come with the scope, the magazine, the fill probe, everything you need to get going. With that being said, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.